First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the one sells great millstone, while unto his truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great and powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of today's lesson is Zimbabwe New Currency. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today, let's have a quick news article here by the BBC. And it reads that Zimbabwe launches new gold-backed currency, ZIG. Zimbabwe has introduced a new gold-backed currency called ZIG. The name stands for Zimbabwe Gold. So we see it right now that these nations are constantly, starting their own currency, which in fact, Zimbabwe, this African nation, is replacing their own currency, with this new gold-backed currency. So we already know. Also, we know that what the BRIC Alliance already has started their own payment system. We seeing that that's coming into play. And also right here, there's rumors right here in America that they get ready to start this new SWIFT system, which in fact is this new blockchain system, or this blockchain technology that will be dealing with your biometrics. Everything will be digital. So we know that we're coming upon a cashless society. And also this right here, this mean that this is, constantly saying that this is de-dollarizing the dollar, which in fact, we know that this is the end of the dollar. The end of the dollar is the end of America. So we're seeing that these nations are constantly saying that we are strong. We're seeing that these nations are rising against nations. Also, we know about it's a great economic collapse is right around the corner. We already know about it's already rumors that the dollar will crash. And also it's already rumors that our economic our stock market, our economic system, is on the decline, and also our infrastructure. We already know what happened with these bridges. That's dealing with our merchandise, our export and import. So a lot of things are constantly happening all around the world. So we see it right here. Zimbabwe launches new gold-backed currency. So you already knowing that America is not backed by anything. That's why it's called the petrodollar. They was using, I think they was dealing with Iraq. No, not what it was. Kuwait. Over there in Saudi Arabia, and I'm thinking that Saudi Arabia have left the dollar alone also. So we seeing that these nations are constantly rising up. They constantly coming in collaboration together. Against a Babylon the Great. So we already knowing that this is the fall of America. It is happening right before our eyes. So we seeing a lot of things are coming. So any given time, all hell could break loose, because we already know that we're coming upon a digital society. We're coming upon a cashless society. Also, you will not be able to buy or sell. So we say all roads lead to this grain of rice. So we're seeing these things are fast approaching left and right. And one thing about it, it's high time to prophesy, watch, pray, and be sober. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Zimbabwe New Currency. So before we start the day lesson, I have a quick precept. Let's go here to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 7. And it reads, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. So that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of alliances are being broken against America. We're seeing that America's on the decline. We're seeing that, this place is, it's collapsing all around us. Also, we're seeing that these nations are saying that we are strong. We're seeing that the heathens are raging right now. So we're seeing right now that, they're starting their own currency. Don't no one want to have anything to do with America. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about it, we knowing that these nations are constantly rising up. And also we knowing that, when you go to Revelation chapter 17, they shall burn the whore, you know what I'm saying? In collaboration with Russia and China, also EU and NATO, you know what I'm saying? So we seeing that these things are constantly lining up just like clockwork. So we're here. So let's get another quick precept. Let's go here to the book of Psalm chapter 75. Psalm chapter 75 and verse 7. Psalm chapter 75 and verse 7. Let's go here right quick. Let's get to this here because this is where we at. We're in this transition of power. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. Psalm chapter 75 in the KJV, the blue letter, it says, "But the Almighty is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another." So that's what we're seeing right now, that transition of power, the struggle in Rebecca's womb. We're seeing that, that Esau is the end of this earth. That's what we're seeing right now. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. A new age, a new eon. The Lord is getting ready to bring it forth, right before our eyes. That's reading in the NLT. It said, "It is the Almighty alone who judges. He decides who will rise and who will fall." So that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing what America, Babylon the Great, is on his last leg. We're seeing it is circling the grain. So the fall of America. America is getting ready to fall and will never ever get back up again. There will be no inhabitant left here. This place is getting ready to be clean, dissolved with thermonuclear missile, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we see it right now. This place is getting ready to be a third world country overnight. So we'll start today's video, and after today's video, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
What does ZiG, Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency, means for Africa? Zimbabwe's groundbreaking launch of the Zim Gold, ZiG, a currency backed by precious metals and minerals, marks a pivotal turning point, not just for Zimbabwe, but for the entire African continent. The new notes feature a drawing of gold ingots being minted, as well as Zimbabwe's famous balancing rocks, which already appeared on the old ones. As the US dollar's hegemony wanes and its risks become ever more apparent, African nations must seize this opportunity to break free from the shackles of a dying currency and forge a path towards true economic sovereignty. For too long, African countries have been at the mercy of the US dollar and the whims of Western powers. The dollar's dominance has left African economies vulnerable to external shocks, inflationary pressures, and the constant threat of crippling sanctions. Zimbabwe is a significant gold producer in the world, with a record production of 35.38 tons in 2022. The country is believed to possess a large amount of unmined gold, with some estimates suggesting up to 13 million tons of potential reserves. The West has continued to launch economic terrorism acts against Zimbabwe since the late President Robert Mugabe took back African land and expelled colonists from the country. These actions have caused decades of inflation and poverty. Despite this, Zimbabwe has always fought back and never folded under Western pressure. The benefits of a gold-backed Pan-African currency would be immense. It would provide a reliable store of value, a trusted medium of exchange, and a symbol of African pride and unity. Trade between African nations would flourish as businesses could transact with confidence using a stable, universally accepted currency. A gold-backed currency would allow African countries to reclaim their economic sovereignty. The rise of African gold-backed currencies is not just an economic imperative, but a moral one. As the US dollar fades into history, let it be remembered that it was Africa that led the way towards a new global financial order based on fairness, resilience, and the enduring value of gold.
So we're seeing that it's not looking good for America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. This place is finished. So let's go here. Let's start today's quick lesson in Jeremiah chapter 51, random scriptures. Jeremiah chapter 51 and started at verse 7. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. And it reads, it said, "Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad." So we're seeing that right now. These nations right now are done with the dollar. They're done with all this robbing, stealing, and killing, going in other people's countries and constantly robbing them of their resources. Also, what they call being a colonizer. You know what I'm saying? It only brought a lot of people a lot of poverty, a lot of death and mourning. So we already knowing that they have spoiled many nations, and America is getting ready to be destroyed. It's no longer it's getting ready to be that golden cup in the Lord's hand. This place is on the We seen it happening right before our eyes. Let's read this again. So the nations are mad because every nation was once a ally with America, but now they're allies with these other nations surrounding them, and also they're backing their currency by gold, and the dollar is constantly being more and more worthless each and every day. Let's read this again. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7 said, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Verse 8, it said, Babylon suddenly fallen and destroy, howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. But one thing about it, she will not be healed, because this place is too far gone. It's on the way out. Let's read verse 8 again. It said, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroy, howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. But that's a rude awakening, will not be healed. Verse 9 said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one unto his own country. We've seen that happen right before our eyes. For her judgment reaches unto the heavens, and it is lifted up even to the sky. So that's seeing that right now. Read upon this recompense and judgment. It's right before our eyes. So these things are constantly popping off left and right. We seeing it that any given day, this could be a great economic collapse. So we already knowing that it's going to be a lot of bank runs. It's going to be sedition among men when this dollar finally go all the way out. But you already know they're going to come with the solution. That solution is this total control. Will not be able to buy or sell if you do not take it under your skin. This is what all of this is leading to. So we seeing that we're here is right in front of us, right before our eyes. So hey, let's see what the Let's see what the NLT say. Let's read the NLT verse. Then we're going to move on. Salakli, let me go back right quick. Let's go. Let's see. Let's keep moving on me. One moment. Let's go to the NLT. Let's see how the NLT read. It says here, it said, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nation drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. So one thing about it, so we seeing that right now, all the nations have lived deliciously off the whore. A lot of people have got rich off the delicacies of America. America is the nation melting pot. A lot of people come here, and go to college, go and become the successful here. But now all that is a thing of the past. So these nations are mad. They are rising up against America, Babylon the Great. They seeing that this place is finished, so they're bailing out. So let's see here. It says here, verse 8, it said, but suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Said, weep for her, give her medicine. Perhaps she can yet be healed. No, she will not be healed. So hey, whether she give her any type of medicine she wants, she will not come back from this. This is it. The Lord's getting ready to finalize on this play. That is called judgment. Verse 9, it says, we would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. Said, let her go. Said, abandon her. Return now to your own land, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. See, it is so great, it cannot be measured. So in 1 hour, thy judgment comes. So the Lord's going to destroy this place very, very soon. So we know that we're coming upon this time. We know that World War III is at the door. We already know that these tensions are rising all around. And also, it's rumors of civil war all brewing in the air. Rumors upon rumors. So now let's go here to Ezekiel. Let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 7, because this is where we at right here. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. And it reads, said, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So we seeing that's what's going to happen. So a lot of people right now thinking that they have plenty right now. They still thinking that they're a good case. Everything is all good. This is the quiet before the storm. All hell is getting ready to break loose. What are you going to do when you haven't eaten in a couple of days? What are you going to do when you don't have shelter, don't have a place to stay? So we already know that poverty is getting ready to set in a big way. Also, homelessness. Also, what? Death and destruction and great persecution is right before us. So when the money go, all hell is getting ready to break loose. But we already know that the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. So let's read this in the NLT. It says here, Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19 in the NLT blue letter. And it reads that they will throw their money in the streets, tossing it out like worthless trash. Their silver and gold won't save them on that day of the Lord anger, and it will neither satisfy nor feed them, for their greed can only trip them up. So that's what's going to happen. The one that saves his life shall lose his life. So, a lot of people want that sense of normalcy. But one thing about it is not going to be any more normalcy very soon. You're going to be seeing everywhere you look, hell on earth, city against city, Egyptian against Egyptian. And also it's going to be a lack of bread, a great famine, food shortage, starvation is coming back in a big way, power grid, and all these things get ready to lead to that. So we seeing all these other nations are saying we are strong. So one thing about it, we already knowing that America is pretty close of going down in a blaze of glory. So right now, a lot of our people, have they finance right now. Oh, I have this, I have that, I have plenty. But one thing about it is that if the Lord's not on your side, you're getting ready to die. We constantly warn you, left and right. It is here, it is at the door, and whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. So now, let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20. And we'll start at verse 22. Job chapter 20, and we'll start at verse 22. And it reads that, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So let's read this in the NLT blue letter. And it says, in the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. So that's getting ready to happen. So, this place is getting ready to be in straits. And one thing about it, we knowing that America right now had reached their peak, and they're on the what? On the decline, on the what? We see that this place is constantly what? Collapsing. This place is constantly what? Declining. It's constantly what? Circling the drain. And one thing about it, one that, a lot of these allies that was at peace with them, they're constantly prevailing against them. For example, these BRIC nation, everyone right now is constantly turning away from the dollar. So let's go here to verse 23. It said, when he is about to fill his belly, the Almighty shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when you go into that word belly, goes into his mindset, goes into his agenda, his scheme, his plan. So right now, but right when he's getting ready to set it up, so we right at that point, this blockchain technology, this digital society, seeing that these other nations, they're bringing forth their new currency. So America, Babylon the Great is getting ready to bring forth this new cashless society that will be dealing with your biometric, digital ID, transhumanism. These things are coming into play. AI, robotics, all these things are getting ready to come into play. So we are in that transition from this old fiat currency into this new digital, these CBDC that will work hand in hand with this grain of rice. But right when he's about to fill his agenda, his plan, which in fact his belly, the Lord is going to rain upon him. Rain this fire upon him while he is eating. So right now we know that he's setting it up right before our eyes, but the Lord said he will not be able to perform his enterprise. And also these other nations, they will not be able to perform their enterprise. They'll imagine a vain thing, something that is worthless, of no value. And one thing about it, we knowing that the Lord is getting ready to return. We knowing that the Lord is getting ready to cut all these nations off. And one thing about it, and reestablish us, back in righteousness. Also the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Zimbabwe New Currency. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.